Hi there, my name's Steve and I'm coming to you from Art for Everyone, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the little snowman here. So if you've got your Xmas Trio kit, it's in a little box like this. I made the little blue penguin in a video earlier, and yeah, now we're going to make our little snowman. So he is in the middle row, and what we're going to do to begin is you've got these squares with 4 tubes in each square, and we're going to use 6 of these squares. 6 fours, 24. Is that right? Yeah, it is. So we're gonna use all of this, which will leave us 2 squares left there for the head. So now this white, let's try. It's not too bad actually. If you're finding it quite hard, put it on the radiator and it will soften it up a bit. I'm just going to do 3 at a time. So if you've got someone to help you, if you've got little hands there and you find it quite difficult to squeeze this, maybe get a grown-up to help you just to soften it up. So that one's already nearly done. So I've got the nice Christmas tree behind me here. I hope you're all nice, warm and cozy, and you found a nice spot to be doing this, and just you know, spend a bit of time being creative, and yeah, just have fun. Don't get stressed by it. Plasticine, if it goes wrong, you just squish it back, and you know, it's not a problem. So I'm just, this one's just coming together now. You can see it's got a couple of little, you want to have it so that you can't really tell that it was made up of tubes kind of thing, and just have it one soft bit. That lantern still, let me move that to there. We don't want that making noise. Now in the penguin video earlier I was saying something and then Alexa suddenly came on. I've turned Alexa off now, so we won't be interrupted this time. But if you do want to put on some Christmas music, then that might be a nice idea. So look, you see I've got these 2 now, and I'm just going to actually squish those together. Squash it together to make one quite a decent size there of the white plasticine. So yeah, don't like, if you need to, I'm just, this is I haven't edited this video or anything, so it's real time, but you might need a bit more time for squishing it to just get it warmed up a bit. So there we go. So we've basically got a nice smooth lump there now. Now what we want to do, let's put him, let's leave him so you can still see him. So we're going to kind of roll it in our hands here again, just, and I'm going to make a kind of, not really a ball, more of a kind of barrel shape. Yeah, about like this. Now what we're going to do, it's kind of like a marshmallow, isn't it, which has been sort of stretched. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to pinch out the legs and then pinch out the arms here. Yeah, so how we do that, on the side, see, like there, if you give it a good pinch like that, and then I pinch it on the sides like that, yeah, and then pinch it again, just kind of got quite little short stubby legs. You can see there's like, see, there's, we'll manage that in a bit. So don't worry, we're just getting it rough to start with, and then we can start kind of going around and refining it. So you can see it's quite little. So now we're just going to press and get it nice and smooth again. Got his little legs down there now. And there we go. So we want him to be quite, you know, you don't really see skinny snowmen, do you? So I'm gonna keep him nice and looks like a kind of tooth now. If it was a model for a molar. Ah. So you've got like this, and then we can just twist over like that. So I just hooked over to make a little foot, and then another little one like that. See, like this. Now we don't actually, because the legs are quite little stubby legs, we don't actually need any wires or anything in the legs for this. It will. Now what I'm going to do then is kind of supporting legs, but just give it a little tap like that, and you can see it's kind of flattened, and you see it stands up there straight away like that. Great. Now at the top, same kind of thing on the side there. See, I'm like halfway across, not like that, just about halfway. I'm just going to do a pinch like this, and pinch it top to bottom like that, and then again the side, a little bit more, got a rough arm there like this then, and on the other side same thing, pinch top to bottom, pinch. So it's quite rough, you can see it's not, it's got all grooves in it and stuff. So again, just take your time and try and get it a bit more smooth. So we just kind of going around, getting it smooth, get these grooves out the way and get it nice and rounded again. You can use your fingers like this just to kind of smooth it out. On the back there he's got a couple of little ridges, so we'll just smooth that out as well. It's looking good. I wonder when you're watching this, I don't know when you are watching this, but have you got snow? It's not snowing here at the moment, but it is very chilly. So even though I've got my Christmassy jumper on, but I tell you what, I need it in here at the moment. It's pretty cold. Now I would put on some Christmas music, but I was a bit unsure about copyright. If I put this video up, and then the next thing I'd be notified that I'd broken some rules because I didn't have the copyright to the song. So put some music on at home if you want and get in the Christmas spirit. So I just made those legs a tiny bit bigger. They looked a little bit too small. So you'll have something like this then, yeah? And then what I want to do is to make little hands just at the end of the arm there, do a little press which just flattens it out, and then just pinch a little thumb up like that, yeah, and a little, there we go. So just like a little mitten hand. I do the same on the other one. Like so, just little thumbs up. suppose this is kind of in the style of the classic The Snowman film. I'm sure, have you seen that? If not, then you must watch The Snowman. Great film. That will really get you in the Christmas spirit. So, now this is for animation, this plasticine, so that's why always, it's not like Fimo where you put it into the oven. That would not be a good idea with this stuff, but you can you can move it. That could be another thing you use it for, actually. You could make a little film with, I think it's free, an app you can get for your smartphone called Stop Motion, and then you just move a little bit, take a photo, move a little bit, take a photo, and you can do your own little animation, which would be cool. So I think I'm happy with that now. Thumbs up. And yeah, so we'll just see if he stands. No, he's not standing. So what you do, just support the legs a little bit. Yeah. Oh. Let's have a little look. He's good. Okay, so we've got that. Now we've got another 2 squares of the white there, so we're going to use that again. We've got to squish it up. Now we used 1 wire for the top of our penguin if you've done the penguin first, but yeah, this little bag that you've got in your kits, you know, there's all of the wires that you'll need for all the models are in there, so don't you know, look after that. So I'm just squishing this, getting it soft, and this is going to be the snowman's head, of course, so we'll just get this nice and smooth, and then I'm just going to do a classic, just a ball, so I'll roll that up. Nice, perfectly round ball there. Excuse me. Okay, so you got your ball there. Now, in from the penguin, there's plenty of orange left there, yeah, because we only use that for his feet, and so I've still got a tube and a half there. So just with this little half here, I'm just gonna break off a little bit and squash this. And there's 2 different styles you can do for your snowman. I think, yeah, I've got 2 here. So you can either have the classic, classic carrot nose like this, yeah, or more like the snowman in the film. I think he used like a tangerine for his, which I quite like that. So I'm going to go for the tangerine nose, I think. So again, just roll that up once you've squished it up a bit, and then decide where the front of the face is, and we'll just push that in. Oh yes, yeah, I do like the tangerine for the nose. Now we've got a little bit of a black tube there, which we used for the penguin for his, just for his eyes, and you don't need a lot at all. So this tube will do all of the eyes that we need for. So I'm just going to break off a tiny little bit, only like that. Give it a squish, and we'll put that on there for the first one. Take off another tiny bit, give it a squish, and we'll put that one on like so. So you've got the 2 eyes there. Now, as I said in the previous video, if you've got a wet wipe handy, just especially with the black does come back off on your fingers, so keep your fingers clean, and especially when we're doing the snowman as well, because we don't want him turning into like a grey kind of slushy snowman. So Now like we used for the penguin, there's a thicker wire in that little bag, and we can use this to, it's a great little modelling tool. So I'm going to give him like a smiley face. So big smile there, like so. And I might just give him a couple of little eyebrows as well. Just do that in, press it down. So I think you can see that. And then you could, you know, like the texture of the tangerine, just little dots in there. Just beep, beep, beep. So there, we've got his head there. Now before I put that on, we've got some wires in here for that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to first, with a little bit more of that black as well. Where's that? There it is. So I've got this little bit of black. I'm just going to pinch off slightly bigger bit like this. Give that a squash. And then I'm just going to give him some little buttons down the front. So I'll give him 3 buttons, I think. 1. It's surprising, like you really don't need a lot to give this detail. Obviously the black really stands out on the white as well. There's like 3 little buttons there. Clean things again because that's the black. And then now at the end there you've got a dark green and a lilac colour. Now on this one I've used like the lilac, mainly the lilac. So I'm going to use just 2 tubes of that. We'll do the scarf first. So 2 tubes, and I reckon that will be plenty actually to make his scarf. So we just squash it up, like so, soften it up, and then we're just going to roll that into classic, like just sausage shape, like a snake. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Don't want to go too thin, so like that. And then I'm just going to press it. Press, press, which flattens it out to make it more like a scarf shape. So going all the way along there. So you can see I've pressed it, and now I'm going to use the green. Now with the dark green, I'm just going to break off a half, break that in half, and we'll give that a squash, and we'll do the same, but we're going to roll this really quite thin. Do, 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 do. Lovely. There we go. That's a lot thinner there, yeah. Now we don't actually need to press that, but what we're going to do, we're just going to put it on like this, sort of measure, and then just break it off basically, and press. See, like this on the scarf. So we're just going to go all the way along, leave a little gap, and then break off. So I'm just going all the way along. find if I was better at video editing, I could maybe speed up bits like this, but you know, it's kind of real time, so you could literally, you could be making along with me and you'll know exactly how long it takes. And because I have done this quite a few times, you might need to sort of just pause for a little bit to just catch up, and that's the great thing about doing this on video. So I'm just then going along, pressing these. Some of them are hanging over slightly, so I'm just sort of tucking under, yeah. Going along. Now you could do little tassels on the end as well, which we may as well. Let's do that. So I'm just going to make this little bit of green I've got left, do it even thinner. That's really thin now, and then I'm just going to break off little bits on the end. Show you what I mean. Just 1 second. Just like that, you see. Just to do like sort of tassels on the end there. And I'll do same on this end. I wonder if you're doing this on Christmas Eve. Now in the little postcard that's in the box, there's all my details for Instagram and for my Facebook page, Art for Everyone. You'll see the address on there. I'm gonna, oh, that's a notification. I'm going to set up a group, a Christmas 2022 group. So if you want to request to join that, and you can share what you've made in there, it'd be great to see what you've made. Now, so you can see the scarf I've got there, and I'm just gonna, before I put the head on, I think it's easier if I just put the scarf around like this. It's all ready then to put head on. So I just get this slightly thinner. There's 3 different gauges. There's one of the thick wire there for modelling. Then you've got some of these slightly thinner, and then you've got some small bits of really tiny wires, which are they're more for doing Rudolph. But anyway, I'm going to put this wire down, put it into the body first. See that? And then we'll pop the head on. He's coming alive. Hey, I like it. Just do the scarf up a bit under his neck. Keep the chill out. There he is. And then we're going to do his hat. So we've got this dark green still, 3.5 bits of that, and I'm just going to squash all of that. Now I've given him sort of like a bobble hat on there. And what about this one? Oh, he's just fallen on his tangerine nose there. Put him there. This one, yeah, he's got. I swapped around the colours for that one. Now I did the green scarf and the lilac-y hat. So this one is having the green hat. Now I've softened that up, and I'm just going to make a kind of circle. What I was going to say though, you could do your own sort of hat. Actually, maybe I will. I'll do this hat slightly different. So if you were doing the bobble hat, do a circle like this, and then kind of press upwards like this to make a point. See what I'm doing there? But let's do or we can keep it front like that, but then I'm going to make it into more of a kind of, what do you mean, like a classic sort of, I'm sure there was a hat like this on the snowman in the film, more of a sort of classic, like this kind of thing, yeah. And then just a floppy hat, yeah, that looks good. And I'm just going to use a bit of this lilac-y colour, or I've got orange as well there from Penguin. There's plenty. There might be some bits left from each project that we're doing, which you could, don't just throw it away. You could always use it to make an extra little thing, or use it for something on the next model. So yeah, keep all the bits and pieces. So yeah, I've just rolled that out, a little bit of lilac. Just going to put that round like a little band on the hat. Little bit of detail like this. I suppose thinking about it, the only thing with doing a hat like this, you wouldn't necessarily have a bell. So you can see, like with this one, the bell's in the top of the hat. This one, maybe the bell would sort of be, you'll see in your little bag as well, I've given you all different coloured bells. So this one is a red one. I think, would it go in the top? Yeah, why not? It could still go in the top. So we can just press that in, and then let's see how he looks. Just kind of put that on like that. To be honest, it still looks kind of like the bobble hat. But you can take your time, do some other designs. Like I say, it'd be great to see what you've designed. But there he is. He's got a nice smiley face. He's got a slightly different shaped hat to this one, and he's looking happy, ready to get out there and start playing snowballs. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. We've still got the Rudolph to do, so if you haven't done that already, that will be the next video. And please subscribe. I'll be doing more videos. Some will be connected with kits that I've got in my shop. The links are on the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook for all latest news. I suppose Facebook is where I put most of the latest news. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that, and see you again. All the best. Bye bye.